a lot of hate against foreigner drivers.
Why
Because you want me to use quotations? They're just a dumb truck driver.
Hey, but you got to remember, I'm in the industry. You're not.
Welcome to the Truck Stop Show. Today we're joined by Dave, who has been trucking since 2001. My name is Ali, and let's find out about Dave's journey. Dave, how are you?
Good.
So how long have you been in trucking industry?
Well, I started before the 2000s, washing trucks and that, then got into driving truck. I've been trucking ever since.
So you washed trucks before, and then you started driving in 2001, you said?
2002.
2002. So that's been about, give and take, 20 plus years, right?
Yep.
So how do you enjoy it?
I like it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is that the only thing you have to say about trucking? That you enjoy it?
Well, some days are stressful.
How does the stress look like?
Oh, when loads aren't ready or whatever. And you only have so much time to get somewhere.
And how do you handle the stress?
Just have more coffee.
Is it actually true truck drivers drink a lot of coffee?
Yes, we do.
How much you drink?
Well, I used to drink about half a pot of coffee a day. I'm down to 2 extra larges now.
Do you make of your own coffee, or you buy it off Tim Hortons and stuff?
Usually stop at the truck stop, grab it, or grab my morning coffee at Tim Hortons and 2 extra large. That keeps me running for the day.
Well, that's good. And coffee is the only thing that keeps you running for the day?
That and my lunch.
Okay, sounds good. So Dave, tell us some good things about trucking.
Some loads are a pain in the butt. Other loads are easy peasy.
So how do you define a pain in the butt load and easy peasy load?
Well, one where you just hook onto it and go deliver it, where you don't have to sit anywhere and wait to load it.
And which one is a pain in the butt?
Waiting at a place where you go in to pick up a load, and they're doing other stuff, and sometimes you gotta sit and wait around until you get all the other stuff done, so that they can get you in to get loaded.
And does that happen very often?
Once in a while.
And whose fault is that usually, you think? Is it the driver, the company, the planner?
Well, it's mostly the shipper, because they're not organized at what they're they don't have a schedule of what trucks are coming in to get loads, right? But some places they've got a plan where they know what loads are coming in. So then when you give them your release number, they send you on to a pit or whatever to dump your load. Sometimes you have to wait in staging for a pit because there's another truck in there. But other than that, it's not too bad.
So what do you do when you have to wait? How do you kill that time?
Well, sit in the truck and watch videos or whatever in the truck if you're going to be a while.
So you've been trucking when we did not even have phones. So
Yep.
what did you do before when we did not have phones?
Well, when I started trucking, we had cell phones, and boys had a phone where I could call somebody, even other drivers, to find out about how to get to a place or what to do when you got there. So a lot of the guys that I worked with worked with you until you got the hang of a certain place. And once you go to a place, you go there once, and I could go somewhere, then not even go there for a month or something like that. Then all of a sudden you get a dispatch. Oh, you're going to this place. Oh, yeah, I remember how to get that place. and I would just drive.
So, Dave, how many different kinds of hauling have you done?
I've done tanker, dump. I'm doing dump trailers and live bottom trailers and that now. And every once in a while, I hook up to a tanker and go pick up liquid fertilizer.
And you've done long haul too, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And what's your favorite kind of hauling?
Favorite is just hauling feed or hauling corn, wheat. You just open up the doors and let her flow.
Nice. And what kind of hauling you dislike the most?
Van trailer.
Have you ever done that?
Yep.
For some company around here?
Yep.
And was it long haul?
Yeah, it was long haul.
Tell me about it.
It's a pain in the butt because you get so many skids to go to this place or that place or whatever, and you got appointments and that where you got to be there at a certain time, and sometimes you run a little bit late and shit happens.
So what, then you get in trouble for that?
Oh yeah, I'd get shit for being late delivering or whatever.
And you don't. So how long you did the van work for?
I did it for 5 months.
And that's all you lasted.
Yep.
5 months.
Yep.
And Dave, tell us how many states in the U.S. and how far have you gone in Canada?
I've got 33 states covered in the U.S.
And what about Canada?
Canada, been out to BC. That was in my personal vehicle. Then that's west. Then the farthest east I've been is Moncton, New Brunswick.
And that's with the truck?
Yep.
What's the longest load you've done in all these years?
Distance to get there?
Yeah.
I would say Amarillo, Texas.
How many days was that?
That was oh shit! It's been a long time since I've been there. I think it's about 3 days to Amarillo.
Then you deliver and come right back, or you
Deliver there, then run to West Memphis, Arkansas, get cleaned out, then go to Collierville and drop a trailer and pick up another load, then come back.
How long was the round trip?
It'd be about 6 days.
So, so you enjoy trucking,
Oh, yeah.
Dave? Yeah, you like what you do?
Yep.
Is it always, or some days you just be like, what am I doing to myself?
Some days you wish you were on holidays, but you're on holidays all the time when you're driving truck.
So this means you're always enjoying the truck,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
No, that's good. What side do you like to drive the most? You enjoy which direction?
I enjoy doing local because in that way I'm home every night sleeping in my own bed. Get tiring after a while sleeping in the truck all the time because you never get a proper sleep.
You think you don't get enough sleep in the truck? Some people love sleeping in the truck. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But you're not one of them.
No.
So you like sleeping at home.
Yep.
Nice. Is trucking a good trade, Dave?
Yeah, it's a good trade if you like driving.
And I guess you like driving, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
You always been like that?
Yep.
So who told you to go get the license? Or like how did you come to the conclusion that maybe I should go get my CDL and start driving a truck?
Well, always wanted to drive truck. Then when I got the opportunity to get my license, I went and got it.
And you said that was in 2002. So tell us, how does it look like to go getting your AZ license in the province of Ontario back in 2002? Which school you went to, and how was the process?
I went to Markel truck driver training in Guelph, and my boss at the time sent me there, and he says, "You're gonna be going for 2 weeks." He says, "Greg, the other guy that was going, he was going for 4 weeks." I said to him, I says, "Why am I only going for 2 and he's going for 4?" He says, "Well, you know a lot more than what he does, so you don't have to go as long."
So you already knew trucks.
Oh, yep.
And what kind of training you had?
I just jump in the truck and move it. I was swinging trailers before, shunting trailers around before I even had my license.
In the yard.
Yep.
So if,
Without any lights on the trailer and no backup lights.
isn't that unsafe?
Well, you did the old gold trick where you got out and looked, because when it was dark in a corner and you were backing up, you wanted to make sure you weren't going to hit something.
How do you figure that out when you were sitting in the truck?
You used your mirrors.
So
You had some light off the building and that, so you could see a little bit of stuff. But after a while, I hooked up a power cord, so there was lights on the trailers.
and you went for training in the school for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you went to do the drive test, I assume, right?
Yep.
Where was that happening?
It happened here in Guelph.
And you got that in one go?
No, the instructor, the tester failed me because I went to come on to the handling, and I was coming out on the merge lane and had my signal on, and the trucks moved. There was 2 trucks coming up, and they seen I was coming out, and they moved over. So then I continued on, and the tester said that I forced the trucks over. I've probably been in more trucks than you have. I did not force the driver over, because real truck drivers, that if they see that you're coming out and you've got your signal on, they move over. They don't make you have to stop, because then you lose your momentum, right? So then went back to the test facility, and he was in a hurry, because he was racing to go do a road test with somebody in a car. Like, I don't think the guy had even driven a truck himself. So how can he be a tester if he doesn't have a same class license as me, right? Because they're just going by what they're told to test you on, right?
So you use the term real truck driver. So
Yeah.
what do you mean by real truck driver?
Ones that know how to shift gears.
So you think people who drive automatics are not real truck drivers?
Well, they're kind of limited to drive truck now, because if you get your license in an automatic, your license is restricted, so that you can only drive an automatic because you never did a road test with the standard. So you don't know how to drive an standard.
So
when you do a road test in a standard, you can drive anything. So if you go to apply for a job and all they have is standard trucks, well, I can't drive a standard. Well, I guess you don't want to work here then, because you can't drive a standard.
So you drove standards?
I learned driving standard.
What shift?
Pardon?
13? 15?
13, Super 10.
Have you driven 18 speed?
No, I've done the 2-stick.
2-stick?
Yep,
You know how to do that?
yep.
Tell me how's the
I,
process
I
like.
was I was doing that when I was 12, 13 years old.
So what's the process like? How do you shift gears on 2-stick?
All on. You do one here, then when you go to change it, you grab your other one and shift it.
How many gears does it has in total?
10.
10?
10.
5 and 5 on ones each
Yep.
stick?
Yep.
So it's almost like low gear and high gear?
Yep.
Kind of? Do you miss those days, Dave?
I don't miss the 2-stick days,
Why is that?
because sometimes you had to stick your arm through the steering wheel to shift the gears like this here and steer the truck while you're going down the road.
Right. So, Dave, do you believe that trucking has gone better now or worse in all the years you have been driving?
Well, there's a lot of the guys nowadays, like, you're going down the road and they're sticking to your back door where you can't see them and they can't see you, right? Because you gotta follow at a safe distance, because trucks nowadays, they've got disc brakes on the trailer, so you stop quicker, right? But they haven't got that part figured out where that's why there's been so many rear ends where people are running in the back end of the truck and they say, "What'd you stop for? Why were you riding so close to my back door?" I'm not at fault. You're at fault because you're following too close.
But why do people follow too close, you think?
Because they're they call it drafting because they're trying to save fuel. Then the ones that get in a hurry, they pull out and pass you, then they're not going any faster than you. So they should have just stayed behind you, because now you got to pull out and pass them because they're going slow.
So, how do you define, Dave, a good truck driver?
One that can back up and get out of any situation that occurs that on the road there, where you know what to do if something happens. And if you have any problems, other drivers will help you out. Like a lot of the times now, like back in the day, if you were broke down on the side of the road, somebody was always hollering at you on the radio, "You need anything?" And nowadays, hardly anybody has their CBs turned on because there's so much politics on the radio.
What kind of politics?
Oh, they're bitching about this company or that company. So any of the guys that been doing it for a while, running down the road, you holler back and forth at each other and give them a road report.
But bitching about companies wasn't a thing before, right?
No, it wasn't too much before. Just different companies and that are starting up. You wonder where some of them get their license.
Tell me about that. So, getting a license through a proper institute, does it play a role in what kind of driver you are?
Yep. If you get the proper training, then you know what to do.
And what does proper training look like, in your opinion?
Proper training and how to follow other trucks and be courteous to other drivers, to let them in if they can't make it. Would you say can't get up to speed or whatever? So back out of it and let them in, then so that they can keep on going.
Dave, how does a bad driver, truck driver, look like? What kind of traits this person has?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Why, you don't see him on the road?
Well, there's some that go slower than the speed limit, so then they slow everybody else down
Why do they do that?
because you don't think that they're scared to go over a certain speed because they're not going to get a safety bonus because they spent too much fuel.
So that's what the reason is?
Well, maybe. They haven't had enough experience on the road, or they're too cautious, and that's what that's where they want people when they hire people with so many years experience. So, but a lot of places won't hire you if you don't have any experience. So, how are these people going to get a job if they don't get any experience?
So what do you think, what's the cure here?
Well, I like where nowadays when you go for your license, that approved truck driving schools, you have to have so many hours in class training and that, so many hours driving, and so many hours so many hours in the class, then so many hours in the parking lot doing backing, doing all different maneuvers, and how to figure out how to do all these maneuvers. And that way, that helps them be a better driver.
So you think it's better now than it was before?
Yep, it's getting better.
But you still see a lot of truck drivers that have no sense what's going on
Yep.
in their surroundings. You find them on the road all the time.
Oh yeah. Like sometimes that just goes to show you that they're not paying attention to what's going on around them because they're only looking 50 feet ahead of them. They're only looking at the car in front of them. They're not looking at the vehicles that are farther up the road to see what's going on. Like with road construction, like, okay, the right lane's going to be closed, so why are you staying in the right lane until the lane ends to try and move over? So you move over ahead of time, but still keep the flow moving so that you're not having to come to a complete stop to wait for somebody to let you in, because a lot of people nowadays put your signal on. Your signal could be on until the cows come home and they won't let you in.
Dave, what do you love about trucking the most?
What do I like about trucking the most? Moving product from necessary products from one place to another.
And what do you hate, simply hate about what you do?
Well, there really isn't anything I hate.
Or let's say dislike.
Or dislike. There's not too much I dislike about anything nowadays, because now I'm working local and making more money than I was when I was on the road before.
What's the biggest paycheck you have ever seen in trucking for you?
For me?
Yeah.
2 weeks, about 3,500.
That's the biggest you've seen?
Yep.
Just recently or throughout the career?
Throughout the year.
Throughout the year. Okay.
Yeah.
And
just depends on how many hours I work.
right. Do you like working on the hours or the mileage?
make more hourly because a lot of the times we're doing short distance, so you won't get many miles.
So, Dave, are you proud of what you do?
Yep.
What do you have to say to the people that simply hate trucks and think the trucks are on the road for a trouble?
Well, maybe they should get their license if they're smart enough and do what we do for a living, and maybe they'll know what we do.
And why do people dislike trucks? People do dislike trucks, first of all, right?
Yes, some people dislike trucks because we're going too slow. It takes us too long to get up to speed. Well, if they would jump in the truck and try and do it themselves, that they probably take them longer to get up to speed because they don't know what they're doing.
So, what's your message to these people?
Just be patient. Like, don't go to the basket to get your eggs before the chicken lays the egg.
What's old school trucking, Dave?
What's old school trucking?
Yeah.
Where you run until you get tired.
Have you done that?
Oh yeah.
What's the max day you've done in the past?
In the past, back before electronic logs, well, there was times my logbook paper log said I was sleeping here and I was driving here.
But that doesn't happen anymore, right?
No.
So, what do you like e-logs?
Yeah, because then dispatch can't say, "Oh, you." Dispatch can't argue with you when you say that you're out of hours for the day, because it's all electronic and they can pull up and see how many hours you got left, and they can't change it.
It's true. And how do you describe dealing with dispatchers as a truck driver?
I really haven't had too many problems with dispatchers and that. They always worked with me, and I worked with them, and I would usually always do what they asked me to do, because then when I needed a favor, they'd always help me out when I needed something, because that's how you that's how you do things. You work with dispatch, and if you have any problems, you can always contact dispatch and let them know what's going on and explain things to them, and a lot of them will understand. Some they get upset, but there's nothing you can do about it, right? So
when they get upset, how do you manage that?
So when they get upset, how do you manage that? Well, just tell them tell them the truth, and that way they don't get pissed off at you.
Dave, is the new drivers, the newcomers, the immigrants, when they come into this trade, is this a problem or is this a positive thing?
Well, some of them, you'd think that maybe they've driven in their own home country, and the laws are different here compared to there. So they have to adjust to our rules and all that to make things better.
But on the social media, there's a hate against all newcomers and all the drivers that are coming from other country and getting the immigration here and getting into trucking. There's a lot of hate that Like these drivers have no sense what they're doing?
Yeah.
Or is this true to an extent, or you think it's not true?
Well, there's been a lot of hoopla over the years in the last little while. Like, why don't you go back to you can always everybody's always complaining about the Brampton drivers. Well, a lot of companies and that a truck from Brampton shows up, they don't even want them on their property because they don't know whether their load's gonna get there in one piece or not.
Why is that?
Because some of the trucks that they drive, like they're almost like that story, the song that Dolly Parton wrote, "Coat of Many Colors." Well, some of these guys, they got trucks of many colors because they've smashed into this. So the hood's a different color, the fender's a different color, a door's a different color. Like those kind of trucks, the scales like those because it doesn't look like the vehicle's safe at all, and then they wonder why they're always getting picked on. Because if you keep a clean truck, good looking truck, you go through the scale, they just give you the green light to keep on going.
So tell me the different maids of truck you have driven.
With different makes,
Yeah.
international. I drive an old 73 Kenworth every once in a while. Long nose Kenworth. A Sterling with a backwards transmission in it. And dump trailers. And the odd time I get to drive the black Pete with the straight pipes on it.
Which what's your how does your dream truck look like? So if you were to go get a truck right now and you want to get that made on your own specs, how would it look like?
Oh, it'd be a double bunk. The high rise bunk and that on it, with maybe a few lights put all over it, almost looking like the guys that hauled the livestock trailers.
Yeah, the bull haulers. Yeah.
Yeah, the bull haulers with all the chicken lights on it.
What kind of motor?
Put a big cat in her, 4 1/4 cat.
And what kind?
Which
What kind of truck?
oh, it'd probably be a Kenworth.
So you prefer Kenworth over Pete?
Yep.
Why is that?
I was just a little bit different ride. Like I like driving the old 73. It almost feels like Jerry Reed and Smoking the Bandit.
So which state you or place you wish to drive in you haven't driven yet?
I'm not sure. Pretty much covered most of them down in the U.S. Never been to Utah or anything like that, or Arizona. I don't like too hot of weather because in that way you're not comfortable.
You don't like warm states?
Not too hot, just medium. I think I've been down to Florida and that. Did all right down there.
Do you plan to retire soon sometime?
Eventually. Not sure when I'm going to retire. Maybe when I get tired of doing it.
Are you getting tired of doing this?
No. As long as they allow me to keep on driving, I'll drive as long as I can.
As long as you can maintain your license.
Yep.
Dave, was it hard to manage family stuff as a truck driver?
Yeah, it is because you're on the road most of the time, and you only have so much time from when the time you're home till you got to leave again. So you got to race around, do this, do that.
How do you do that?
Just get up early in the morning and get cracking on getting everything done.
Dave, what do you have to say to the drivers that pee in the bottle?
Dispose of it properly.
Okay. Are you not against doing it?
Well, I've been where you're stuck in traffic and that, and you got to go, and you just can't hold it any longer, and you just pull off on the side and let her rip, and then continue on.
What do you have to say to the driver that are eating while driving?
Well, there's nothing wrong with eating while you're driving.
Do you do that?
Oh yeah, I've driving down the road eating chips, but I don't eat a full course meal while I'm driving down the road either.
But you didn't get fat eating chips?
No,
Why is that?
because I have a high metabolism.
Is that the only reason? Well,
Yep.
usually truck drivers are.
Like I've always weighed this much.
Yeah. Is that genes?
Yep.
And what do you have to say to the driver that don't take showers?
You should spend some of your money and clean yourself up.
What do you have to say to the drivers that are always grumpy?
Maybe they need to get a new prescription of chill pills.
Are truck drivers grumpy, you think?
No, some of them aren't. Some they get grumpy because they didn't get enough sleep, or dispatch is pushing them too much. But you can only do what you can do.
But you don't seem grumpy.
No.
Why is that?
So I relax.
How do you do that?
Just take her one day at a time and do what you can do. And if you can't do it today, then there's always tomorrow to do it.
Should young guys get into trucking?
If they're interested in it, if they like driving and seeing the scenery and that, it's a good thing to get into.
Dave, have you ever done an accident?
Nope.
Never.
Nope.
In all these years.
In all these years, yeah.
And what's the key?
Just watch out what you're doing.
But that's not easy.
Yep. Well, you almost have to have a head like Beetlejuice from the movie where your head spins around, because you got to be watching all around you what's going on.
So how does a good company that so let's say you're working for a company, how do you find out if it's a good company to work for or no?
Well, you get to know people that work there and see how happy they are at working there. And then if they're happy with what they're doing, then you're going to be happy also.
Good. Dave, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yep.
We learned a lot, and we'll catch you guys next Sunday. Be safe out there.